everyone, it's Christina. Welcome back to the Pink Pixie Dust. It is raining here in Southern California, but that's not going to stop us from enjoying a wonderful day here at Disneyland. So we're going to grab some food, go on a ride or two, and try to stay dry from the rain. Lunar New Year is still going strong here at DCA, so if you haven't had a chance to see it, you still can. It runs until February 16th, so it is coming up. You can still grab a Sip and Savor Pass, and if you've already purchased a Sip and Savor Pass, then it's good until the 16th. So you can always just come back, make sure that you bring it with you, keep your receipt, and you can still get items that you've already paid for. This item is not included on the Sip and Savor Pass, but I wanted to try it anyway. I didn't get a chance to grab it the last time I was here at DCA. So it's the sweet taro bread, which is, I think it's like a Hawaiian roll with sweet taro cream cheese and condensed milk. It smells really good, really sweet. It's definitely like a dessert bread. So let's dive in. Really soft, really warm, because they keep this in the warmer right before they serve it to you. So Disney has another version of this, and it's like a garlic cream cheese bread, which I like a little bit more. This is still good. It's definitely worth trying if you're at DCA and if you're in the area. It has like a very creamy consistency because of the condensed milk, and the taro just adds like a little bit of nuttiness to it. So if you like taro, then definitely try it. But yeah, I definitely would say I like the garlic cheese one a little bit more. But yeah, this is still, it's not bad. It's a good snack. As you can see, it's very creamy on the inside. So I want you to think of this as tres leches cake, but made from a Hawaiian roll. And the cream cheese just adds like a creaminess to it that is just so delectable for me because I like creamy things and I love cream cheese. If I had to rate this, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's not anything that I'm like blown away by, because I already told you that I like the garlic cheesy one a little bit more, but it's good. I mean, I probably wouldn't get it again, but because it's Lunar New Year, it's a specialty item, they're not always gonna have it. You might as well try it out if you're in the area and you're hungry and you're craving a little sweet snack. A couple of people have been asking me about my Chrysalid necklace. So it sells out pretty much right when they have it in stock. So no, they don't have it in stock right now. I think the only place you can actually get it from is Disneyland. You can't get it from their website. You can't get it on disneystore.com. You can pretty much only get it inside the parks. They announce when they do have it on their Instagram, and I know that if you inquire at the Emporium, then they'll tell you if they have it in stock or not, but that's pretty much it. There is also a ring that I really want to get my hands on. There's also a matching bracelet, and now I'm kind of like, oh my god, I'm just gonna end up buying the whole set. It's just so cute, and just all of it together just looks amazing. We're actually gonna make our way to the Emporium right now and see if they have any of the rings in stock. I know that they had it yesterday, but then it sold out, so I don't know if by any chance they'll have any today, but let's go and find out.
Hurry, hurry! Get the buzz of all my pals and set up the Midway Mania playset just for you.
There is no sign of the railroad. A couple of months ago, I know that they were doing some testing on it, but I haven't seen anything, and it looks like this is a more permanent gate or fence. So yeah, I don't know. I wonder if something went wrong when they were testing, and so then they decided that they just needed more time, but it doesn't look like the railroad's going to be coming back anytime soon. I wanted to get a closer look of the gorgeous flowers that are always so neatly manicured on the lawn right when you enter the park. And they always tend to change the flowers just kind of depending on the vibe of the park. So they'll change them for the holidays. Next month, they will change Mickey's face to Minnie's face because it's going to be Women's Month next month. It's really mellow at Disneyland right now. I imagine it's just because of the rain. I actually wasn't even supposed to be here today, but last night when I went on the app, they had an available reservation, so I booked it right away. So you can get lucky if you don't have a reservation and you want one. Just check the night before because sometimes people flake. They didn't have it. It would have been truly a Hail Mary if they had it. The guy, the cast member, was even like, at 5:50 p.m. yesterday, we sold our last one. And I was like, you had to rub it in, didn't you? But yeah, I guess he said, I don't know if he was just messing with me or not, but he was like, you're gonna have to come in here to the Emporium every day right when we open. That's the only way to know if we have it or not. And I was like, oh my God. I want it, but I don't want it that bad. The parks are about to start to get really busy. So now I'm kind of like, well, which park do I want to be in? Like, do I want to be at Disneyland or do I want to be at DCA? Because there's going to be no switching in a few hours. So I'm thinking, let's go hop on a ride first just to kill some time. And I'm getting kind of hungry, so I want to go eat something, but I'm not really sure what I'm in the mood for. I just had a burger last night, so I'm kind of like, okay, no burger. Maybe pizza? Do we go to Alien Pizza Planet?
You're in the correct line.
Say there's no time to lose. Off with you. Go on. Shoot, shoot. Tell the droids. Really? What? No one on this transport could possibly be a spy. Dear.
This two speeder we're looking for. Blast them!
Here's our patrol. Where are we going?
Tomorrowland opened with Disneyland in 1955 and originally was supposed to be an area where all of Disney's partners could showcase their work. Now, the only attraction that still exists because of that initiative is Autotopia. The Finding Nemo ride was previously known as the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride, and the way that ride was put together was actually from set pieces from the movie that came out in 1954. Walt himself was an innovator and a visionary, and so he wanted to basically dedicate a land to progress and to creating new things and getting people excited about it. It is getting so cold, so I am like bundled up. But you're probably wondering, like, well, why Autotopia? So Autotopia was built here at Tomorrowland. It's actually right behind me because at that time in the 50s, there was just this fascination around the freeway. Because when you're actually on the ride, you're driving a car and it's supposed to emulate that feeling of being on the open road, taking you to wherever you want to go. So yeah, it was the fascination with the freeway. And you know, it's so funny now because being in LA, it's like the freeway is just like, ugh. If Walt could only see what the freeway has turned into. The 405, the 110, the 5. Oy vey. I'm going full-on 12-year-old today. I'm going chicken tenders and fries. So they have a new fish and chips dish here at Galactic Grill, which I was thinking about. But fish at a theme park for $15. Disney, I love you. Clearly, I love you. But I draw the line there. I'm not eating $15 fish and chips at Galactic Grill. I always dip my chicken tenders in ranch and barbecue sauce. The two best. A little fun fact about Space Mountain. It was actually the second roller coaster that was introduced to Disneyland, right behind the Matterhorn bobsleds. So it ended up being really, really popular that when Disney opened the Magic Kingdom in Florida in 1971, Imagineers got right to work on working on their next high-speed roller coaster. And that was when Space Mountain was created. So it was implemented in Walt Disney World first in 1975, and then it came over to Disneyland in 1977. What do we think of the new Snow White movie coming out next month? I was reading an article saying that Disney is expected to take a $100 million loss on that movie, just based on the press and what's been said about the movie so far. I don't know. I feel like people are still gonna go watch it. I mean, I want to go watch it, but I'm sure there's a good amount of people that are just like, screw that movie, I'm not gonna watch it. There's just enough bad press about it. But for me, I mean, I love Disney and I love Gal Gadot, so I kind of want to see what they ended up doing anyway. I'm more curious than anything, you know? We've just been talking about all the horrible things that this movie's gonna end up being, but I mean, I don't know, maybe there could be some good things about it too. When The Little Mermaid, the live action Little Mermaid came out, there was all kinds of bad press about it also, but I don't remember the press being as bad as it was this time for Snow White, because Halle Bailey is incredible, and you never heard her saying anything negative about Ariel, you know, so just saying. I mean, Snow White is kind of like a whatever princess anyways, in my opinion, because there were some posts and, you know, there's some conversations going around basically saying that Snow White doesn't really have much of a storyline anyway, and she doesn't. But I think that's part of the beauty of the original movie, because it's called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So the Seven Dwarfs are equally as part of the movie as Snow White is. And so I think when Walt originally created Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the idea was that the Seven Dwarfs were also going to be heroes in the movie. It's not just Snow White's movie, you know? But I have a feeling for this live action, they're going to make it more Snow White's movie. So I don't know, maybe it was their way of trying to like spice up her story, but I don't think it needed to be spiced up. I personally love the Seven Dwarfs. I think that they were the original emotions. We're here at the Tropical Hideaway, and not to get a Dole Whip, believe it or not. It's just there is nowhere to sit near the mint julep bar. I got some beignets. Now they have these chocolate hazelnut beignets that are around for Valentine's Day, and so I really wanted to try them, but they wouldn't be complete without a hot chocolate. Now they have a chocolate hazelnut dipping sauce that's available around this time also. But I was just feeling hot chocolate. I was like, it's cold, it's nippy, my hands are freezing, I want a hot chocolate. And I was afraid that the chocolate hazelnut you wouldn't be able to taste the hot chocolate. You know, it's like too much chocolate, and I was like, it's Nutella anyways. First things first. I'm wearing all black today, which is probably not the most ideal outfit to wear when you're eating beignets. Actually, here, let's do this. Just for, oh my God, there's already sugar on me. It's brown. Okay, I'm excited. I didn't even get to do a fit check with you guys today. My outfit's really not that interesting. I was more concerned about function over fashion today because of the uncertainty of the rain. But what I can tell you is I'm wearing my Chris Lou necklace. I'm wearing my Pandora bracelet. I've got some rings on. I'm wearing my Disney princess's ears, and just like a gray sweater and black leggings and white shoes, white socks. Super basic today. First, oh my God, they're so pillowy. Oh my God, all over my pants. It's the perfect treat to have when it's cold at the park. Okay, I don't really like the beignets, I'll be honest. I should have just gotten the regular. It tastes like fake chocolate. You know, they nailed the flavor. Like, it definitely tastes like chocolate hazelnut, but it tastes like fake chocolate. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the same fake chocolate that's in the hot cocoa. Now, I've said this before. I'm not the biggest fan of the hot cocoa at the parks, but it gets the job done. I'm more about the vibe than the actual taste. If I was here for the taste, then I would have just brought my own hot chocolate packet. I'm gonna have to eat this a little bit more carefully because, you guys, I'm wearing an all black outfit. I can't be walking out of here just covered in powdered sugar. This is a really, really pillowy and dense beignet. Usually they're really hollow on the inside, so they don't really taste like much. But this one's actually got some substance to it. It's a really well-made beignet. Cheers. Seriously, if you're cold, get yourself a hot chocolate and some beignets. It'll perk you right up. Would I get the chocolate hazelnut beignets again? No, absolutely not. Original all the way. You can't go wrong with the original. The original I have always loved the best. And as far as any of the other flavors, I've honestly never had a flavor of beignet that I thought was, oh my God, you need to add this to their menu. Like, there's nothing ever like that groundbreaking. They did a watermelon sugar one last year for Pride Night, which I really liked, and I remember really liking the dipping sauce too. But aside from that, I prefer the originals. No need to get too fancy. We didn't get wet today. Surprisingly, it was drizzling just a little bit right when I got to the park, and then it stopped. Which actually worked out because I had an umbrella and it broke literally right when I got to the park too. It opened and closed just fine all the way until I stepped onto DCA, and then it just stopped opening, so I had to toss it. But it worked out because it didn't rain today. It ended up being great. So that's the thing. Sometimes, like, even if you think it might rain, like, there's all kinds of ways to stay dry also. You can go inside, you can go eat, you can go shop. There are rides where you can just go inside and you don't have to wait around outside. So yeah, don't let rain deter you. Although it's good for people like me who doesn't get deterred by rain, because then it just means shorter lines and less crowds. Thank you so much for joining me today. We did a lot. We went to DCA, we got that snack, we checked out that performance for Lunar New Year. Make sure that you go check it out. It lasts until February 16th. Go get a Sip and Savor pass. You still have time. We also got to check out Tomorrowland and got to do a little bit of a deep dive into Tomorrowland, learn a couple of fun facts. Now you know something about Autotopia. That ride always seems to have issues and it smells because of the gas that those cars use. But it's still a really fun attraction. If you haven't checked it out, then you should, simply because of the rich history that it has here at Disneyland. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you know every time I post a new video on my channel, and I will see you guys next time.